You know, it comes a time in every man's life when we're ready to settle down and make things right, but only for that special one. We be trying to make her you, but y'all want to keep playing games with these lames. So make your next move your best move, cause we the best dudes. Oh yeah, don't settle for less, babe.
I can love you better than you can imagine. Take you from the madness. Girl, I don't know why you keep these lanes around. You wildin' out. Don't you settle for less.
What up, beauty queen? You know I really wanna invite you to my world and show you my unique persona. We can get together, steam it up like a sauna, take you on the natural high, no marijuana, just a bottle of wine, some ice chill prosecco. You holding on to that lame dude, you should let go. Knew you was gonna be mine from the very get-go. I'm trying to make you white because you special. You got the best glow, designer fresh clothes, make your own dough on your home yo. Vehicle was fully paid for, that frame flame though. Selfie queen, you know your angles. Red bottom heels, 5 diamond encrusted bangles. We got the same goals, copping land and counting bankrolls. Creating generational wealth, so our seeds grow. I know your needs though, and you know mine's the same. It's an honor and a privilege to give you my last name.
I can love you better than you can imagine. Take you from the madness. Girl, I don't know why you keep these lanes around. You wildin' out. Don't you settle for less.
Trips and shopping sprees, you know that's mandatory. I'm trying to open your mind, peep the allegory. They say that love don't last, so let's change the story. I send my heart out to you, please come for me. Let's take control of our love. No conforming, late night love sessions last until the early morning. Cooking breakfast, but naked eggs, bacon and toast. Fried potatoes and onions, girl, I love you the most. When my body be aching, you rub the pain out. Roll up the Dutchess for me while I pour champagne out. I pour my heart and my soul, plus my pain out. You got a real one right here, so leave them lanes out.
Easy gonna be, girl, you be. Please stop with the games. The mother lanes wasting your time, girl. Why they know we even in your phone? They always think it's hard. You should just fuck with me. So don't settle, don't settle, don't settle for love.
Stacks with the facts. E&E. Real contender. RJ Adonis. Singing the hooks and the vibes. Yeah. So all my ladies, don't settle for less, babe. Don't let a wintertime hangout turn into a summertime bangout. You know what I mean? Get you one that's gonna be there for season, baby. Don't settle for less. Know your worth, baby.
I can love you better than you can.
Don't settle for less, baby.
Take you from the back.
Know your self-worth.
Girl, I don't know why you keep these lanes around. Yeah. Why the now? Don't you settle for less.
Yeah. Yeah. What up? It's your brother Virgil Berry, aka Stacks with the Facts, Jack. And y'all already know what it is, man. We here this evening. And you already know, man. Y'all know about the intro. You already know it's ladies' night, Thursday night. You understand me? How you doing? How your mama doing? You know? How has y'all day been? It's a beautiful day today. Truly beautiful, if I do say so myself, man. Nice and sunny, mild outside, you know. Wasn't too bad outside today. The sun was shining, you know. It's just beautiful today. And it ended up being a beautiful evening, and this is a good way to start your evening off, tapping in with us over here. You know what I'm talking about? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineer. You know what I'm talking about? What's good with everybody, man? How y'all doing, man? You know, how has your day been so far, man? You know, put a number 11 in the chat if your day was just truly beautiful. If your day was just truly beautiful, man, just put a number 11 in the chat. You know. You know, truly beautiful, man. You know, I can't complain at all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, that's what's up. That's why I like to throw them 11s up, man. You know, ain't too much to complain about. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't wake up at all today. You did. You know what I'm talking about? Tonight, you know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all, man, I'm about to start having the interviews and bringing more these beautiful ladies on the show as guests. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm just privileged to know a lot of chicks that be doing a lot of dope stuff, man. So it's only right that I use Thursday night, you understand me, to sit up here and give them some shine that they deserve. You know what I'm talking about? Because otherwise, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people wouldn't get it. You know what I'm saying? The mainstream media don't want to hear us talking from our point of view. You hear me? That's why we got to create our own media. You know what I'm talking about? You understand me? Y'all ain't going to get the type of stuff y'all get from this perspective, raw and uncut like this. They ain't going to tell it to you like this on the CNN, man. They ain't going to do that. They ain't going to have no, none of us up there talking heavy. For real. You did. And even on YouTube, we got a box cleverly, man. You know what I'm saying? They sitting up there. Now, what we about to see on YouTube is everybody is about to flee from TikTok because they about to shut that joint down. And everybody's going to try to flood YouTube like how them illegal Central and South Americans is flooding them borders down there right now. It's about to be on similar, but on the digital side. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, but y'all know how we do it, man, on Thursday night, ladies' night, man. Like I say, man, you know what I mean? Me being the type of guy I am, man, when I decided to start doing this, I said Thursday night is definitely going to be set aside for ladies' night. You know what I'm talking about? And Uncle Diggity was good. Tia Jovan was good. We got Nikki Candido. Hey, man, nigga, this my nigga, though, but I, you know, man, people, we all fried in our own way, man. You feel me? Because I know I'm fried in my way. Y'all know that, though. You feel me? But, I'm talking about, it's like 3 different, you know what I'm talking about? Damn, Patrick, what's happening, man? You know what I'm talking about? Everybody pull up, man. Pull up, man. Get your popcorn, roll your joints up, pour your vino up, pour your glass of vino up. Speaking of vino, right? Speaking of vino, right? 02100, what happened, Jack? Speaking of vino, right? We got the Don H, you dig, on deck. We got Don H on deck. Wine tasting event coming up this Friday. You dig? You know? And it's going to be going down, man. You feel me? Everybody come out. You know what I'm talking about? Well, hold on. Not this Friday. Next Friday. My bad. You feel me? Not this Friday, but next Friday. My bad, y'all. I jumped the gun a little bit there. I apologize about that. But yeah, we got the Don X on deck, and I told y'all I'm about to have the Art Vino coming too, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have that lemon berry Moscato. that Merlot and that Chianti, man, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to do a contest, you know what I'm saying? At the wine tasting event, we're going to do a raffle. And whoever win the raffle, you're going to get to pick the flavor of my wine that I'm bringing out, the Art Vino. You're going to get to pick the flavor of the fourth one. You know what I'm talking about? We like to get fully interactive with the people. You know what I'm talking about? It is, ain't it? I seen it outside. I just seen it not too long ago. I literally just seen the sun setting about right before I started the show, and it was looking truly beautiful. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all come out next Friday. Yes, next Friday at the HQ Lounge. We will be up there. You know what I'm saying? My brother King L's, Don H. Wine. We will be in the building. Yeah, you already know, man. We're gonna talk heavy, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk heavy, Jack. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna sit up there and talk heavy. You understand me, man? We got that Art Vino coming. And like I said, man, I'm gonna sit up there after everybody who attends the wine tasting event next Friday night. It's next Friday evening, I believe, from 7 to 10 p.m. Somewhere 7 to 11, something like that. I'm gonna have a raffle. Right, and whoever wins the raffle, you're going to get to pick the flavor of my wine that I'm coming out with, Art Vino, a real talk Vino wine. You get it, Vino? Yeah, pop. You know what I'm talking about? You're going to get to pick the flavor, right? So you know what I'm saying. That's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm talking about? Me and my brother L. You know what I'm saying. We getting into the wine business, man. And we you know what I'm saying. We need the support. You know what I'm saying. We got the wine tasting events coming up. Memorial Day, Mother's Day. It's going to be beautiful. Paint and sips. About to have the wine clubs popping where you can join the wine club and, you know, get your bottles a month, you know what I'm saying, with accessories. You feel me? This is going to be, we got to have the merch coming, you know what I'm talking about? It's just going to be beautiful, man. It's going to be truly beautiful, man. You know what I mean? It's beautiful, you know? 2024, man, you know what I'm saying? The best thing to do, you know what I'm saying, to focus on is you on the show. So who you can't hear me? You can't hear me, Nikki? I'm about to say because my mic sounding nice over here, Jack. Dan Patrick, man, you crazy, man. My brother, man. This dude, Dan Patrick, is wild, man. King Els, what's happening? We got my brother King Els in the building. CEO, founder of Don H. Wine in the building. You feel me? We're gonna be dropping the link here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop the link here in a second. Well, it's probably already up there, you know what I'm saying? We're going, you know what I'm saying, have a little Q&A here in a little while once we chop it up real quick, you understand me? But yeah, man, tonight's guest, man, is a very, like I say, man, you know, I'm a very charismatic and magnetic individual. You understand me, man? And the beautiful thing about being such is that you can automatically detect it in others. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be remiss if I was to say that this young lady right here isn't quite the lively sprite. You know? She came on here last Friday with that goddamn mask on, man. I was about to really be super weak, but I had to contain myself because, you know, I'm a professional. You understand? And I couldn't lose my stuff. You know, stand me on camera like that. I was like, man, no, this girl don't got it. Nigga, I got so many emails behind that, man. I'm sitting here trying to tell you, man. It was like, man, was that a filter? Everybody was saying, is that a filter? You understand me, man? But in my city, Columbus, Ohio, we have a Facebook group called Unwanted Opinions, run by a couple of my young brethren, man. You know what I'm saying? And they doing their thing with that, putting events together and stuff. And me and Elle about to be doing some business with them brothers and having some events, bringing the people together. But of course, you know, when it come to us, you know what I'm saying, there'd be the rigmarole and the fuckery and all that. You know what I'm talking about? But outside of that, you know what I'm saying, real ones going to connect and interact and make it happen and do real things. You understand what I'm saying, man? So this is why we're here tonight. You know what I'm saying? Nikki done sit up there. Nikki done sit up there and got the group and not in shambles. Damn, shambles? Do you take that, Nikki? You take credit for shambles? Well, what I tell y'all, didn't I tell y'all you got, in order to build, you got to do what? Put a number 11 in the chat or put the word in the chat if you know in order to build, you got to do what? In order to build something, you have to do what? You did. My man, the former pretty boy, was good. He said, I wear my mask in public still because these motherfuckers stink as My man, DPB is wild, man. Even after all these years, man. You already know, DPB, it's all good, man. Shout out to my brother, the former pretty boy in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Right? Can y'all hear me, man? Everybody, the sound. Can y'all hear me? You can hear me, Nikki? I don't know what that's about. That's not on my end, man. He said I got power. All right, yeah, man, we good to go, man. So, yeah, you know, I got my girl Nikki in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? She was on the show last Friday, you know what I'm saying, on Friday night wrap up. All right, we got the Quaisha Moore in the building. Yeah, we got the Quaisha in the building, T in the building, L's in the building, DPP, everybody falling in. Y'all meet and greet each other as y'all come in. Say hello to each other. Make yourselves, man, we family over here. You know what I'm talking about? You understand me? Sit up there, introduce yourselves to each other and say, hey, how you doing, brethren? How you doing, sis? You know what I'm talking about, man? And we got Nikki's crazy self up on here. You know what I mean? Hey, man, we ain't got nothing to hide, man. My name is Virgil Berry, a.k.a. Stats with the Facts. You understand me? And we got Nikki CHAVAUGHNE in the building, man. I'm about to bring her up here in a second, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, though, Nikki is a cool chick, man. You know what I'm saying? Outspoken, you know what I'm saying, intelligent chick. I can tell I know a not so intelligent chick when I converse with them, whether it's online or in person. You see it? Y'all see how I did that right there? Y'all see where I was going to say it, but you see how I stood back and I controlled and I spoke in the way that I know I have the ability to without being, you know, I'm working on it, y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't perfect, man, but I'm working on it. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Look, we got Nikki in here. Like I said, man, she's a you know what I'm saying? It don't surprise me when I talk with her that that she had the experiences that she had, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I know people who just be running their mouth and people who actually know what they're talking about, you know what I'm talking about? And you know what I'm saying? Nikki is definitely one of those type of individuals, you know what I'm saying? It's very funny, as y'all can see. But she's very smart, though, too. And one thing I like about Nikki, though, she's not too smart. You know what I'm saying? She ain't one of these chicks who thinks she's smarter than everybody. She's very humble, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? But I can understand why some people wouldn't think that, though. You know what I'm saying? Because when you is an intelligent person and most people ain't to the level where you probably are, you know what I'm saying? People, that can be intimidating. People take that the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we only smart enough to know how much we don't know, man. You hear me? So with that being said, you got to remain teachable. All right? You got to remain teachable. And both in the building was good, you know. So, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I ain't gonna waste no time, man.
Hi.
Nick, what's good?
Hola. See, I'm
You know
in
what I'm saying?
my professional office. I got my handy dandy stats.
Yeah, see, yeah, you gotta come
Came
prepared, man.
prepared. Yes.
I love that, man. Listen here, that's respect. Come over to, because that's what we do. Where, you know, I said my name is Stacks with the Facts, man. We ain't playing no games. You come over here talking heavy. You better know what you're talking about. You better be able to back that stuff up too, man. And I love that. When we did the practice, and I seen the notes, I said, "Oh yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about, man."
Yeah, I love you too, D. Wait, hold on.
Man. Everybody said what's up to each other in the audience. Yeah, so you know, like I said, this is Nikki right here, y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And she's a eclectic individual like myself, you feel me? And you know what I'm talking about? Like I said, we got in the city of Columbus, we have a Facebook group called UWO, man. I know some of the people probably up in the building. And I'm saying, like, when we thinking about interacting with the social engineering, the social media, man, you don't want to take a negative aspect to it, because if you think about it like that, that's what you're going to get. But see, the very thing that's keeping us separate is the very thing that can also keep us together. Ain't that such a paradox right there, y'all?
Yep.
Huh? And through that, you actually can connect and interact with real people about real stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And beautiful things can come from that, man.
I mean, you have to. You got to be able to put differences aside and actually be willing to listen to each other.
Yeah.
Outside of emotions. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you got to have the maturity to do that.
Definitely. When it comes to emotions, y'all, we know most of our well, I ain't gonna say for emotions, because I ain't gonna. All of us, to some degree, to some level, has had our emotions weaponized. So, right, especially with social engineering, social media is what y'all call. I call it social engineering, because that's what it's doing, right? And, you feel me? It's made to keep us in an emotional state. And when you're in an emotional state, you're almost always going to not make good decisions. And when you add the aspect of anonymity with that, or perception thereof, and then you get a lot of rigmarole and a mess. You know what I'm talking about? So,
you get them Twitter fingers.
Out all of that comes real interactions with real ones, doing real things, having real conversations. Mind you, shout out to my brother King Els. You know, and we call it SBC, and that's solution-based content.
Yes.
So, and the solution is having these conversations right here. This is the start. Actually having conversations about some real stuff without all the, like Nikki said, all the emotions, and come to the table with what it is and how it affects us all, and what we can do together, right?
Yep.
Make something better for all of our better benefit. How about that? Right?
Yeah.
So with that being said, Nikki, I'm going to pass the mic to you. Listen, you ain't got to sit up here and get into the deep annals of your history and all of that.
Okay.
You understand me? Sit up there, just give us a brief introduction to you, where you're from, who you are, and how did we get to where we are today. And we're going to get straight to the conversation. The topic of the discussion, y'all, we're going to get to that. And I'm going to just let my sis rock. Go ahead.
Oh, shit. My bad. So,
watch your language. We're trying to box cleverly and turn over a new leaf. That background look dope too, mind you, man. I like that.
Oh, you like my office? Cool.
Hey, yo, pause.
Yeah, so we're gonna get into a little bit of I'll get into my past a little bit as far as the workforce and stuff. So started went to Ohio Wesleyan. 4-year college, private college.
For y'all who don't know, Ohio Wesleyan is a very prestigious private school. They really got real good business programs and stuff like that. If you was thinking about getting into like corporate business, or you know, like corporate business, that probably would be a school that you want to go get a business degree from. My bad, go ahead.
Oh, you good. Absolutely. It actually, when I was going at the time, that school cost more than Harvard and Yale financially. The time that I decided to go, so because it's a Division III school and I play basketball, they don't give out sports scholarships, and I ended up going late. So they created an art scholarship later on during the summer. I was being rebellious because my parents wanted me to go. And because they picked the school, I was saying no up until the last minute because it was too close to home, close to Cleveland, because I wanted to go somewhere far away. And ended up going at the last minute at the time where where schools give out the last of their scholarships. So they ended up, after they saw my art portfolio, because I'm an artist, they ended up creating an art scholarship for me at the last minute, and they gave me the max at 30,000. So I ended up going there. Um, ended up, let's see, I would say, because I want to speak on that. Most people, when you go into college, when you get your degree, it is very rare that you come out working in the field that you get your degree in. The percentages of that are
That's
very
a fact.
low.
That's
Yes.
a fact.
So you typically come out where they want someone that is very experienced, or you have to know someone who knows someone. So by me being an artist, I had to pretty much hustle my way or be that starving artist. Being a mom, I couldn't do that. So I definitely freelanced and ended up getting into customer service. So I personally took calls at Chase for actually worked at Victoria's Secret catalog, trained at Gap, took calls for 2 years, and I wasn't I would say stuck up and went, meaning like didn't feel too good having a college degree. I had a family to feed. So was willing to take calls and work my way up the ladder and pretty much got promoted within that Chase. So worked 2 years, became a trainer, and then became a manager. I will say that in that regard, in corporate, there's a lot of politics in that. Um, Even though I had the skill set in regards to connecting the dots for people, I remember when I first went for the training position at Chase, there was a woman that came from another company. And I did this immaculate training, I would say, display. Got everyone involved, created a whole new game. The site lead was there, got excellent feedback. I was even told on the low that I kind of had the job. The weekend go by. Monday, I get called in and I was told that I did not get it because she wanted to give it to someone else, not of my stature, that she was more familiar with, someone that she brought in. I was hurt. I remember I called off the rest of the day. It was like 4 hours left. Like I had to get myself together. How she worded it, it was different, but I knew what she meant. There was nothing I could do about that. I remember everybody was like coming up to me, calling me like, we just knew you had it. Like I killed that whole thing. And so it was probably like 4 months after that, then I ended up getting promoted to manager position. I was already standing in for other managers in that regard. So point is, as a Black female, I had to always work twice as hard, if not triple, quadruple, to prove myself. It didn't matter what my numbers were. I was always killing myself to do that. My mom raised me well in a sense of saying, she was amazing at this, you got to make yourself irreplaceable, which was true because
That's a
they
fact.
had a lot of layoffs at that company. I outlasted every last one of them. My numbers were immaculate. My teams were immaculate. I ended up being, yes, slave, absolutely. I ended up being a head of CSAT, which was customer satisfaction, and ESAT, which was employee satisfaction. So again, making myself irreplaceable, I put myself in a position where they was go feel it if they got rid of me. But it's a strategy, right? It's chess, not checkers. I knew my gift was I could connect the dots for people. I was able to explain things in a way where my advisors or my clients could explain it to the customers and we could get good customer satisfaction scores, which in turn affected my bonus, right? So I did that in a way, well, it was almost effortless. That was my gift. Although I was shy speaking in public forums, I was good talking and building very strong teams. So I utilized that. I utilized that to the point where I got tapped on the shoulder by Huntington, where Huntington was actually building their very first credit card. They wanted me to come start it, which was good. The money was excellent. I was home. I had to have a hysterectomy. And I'll just share this. They found some precancerous cells, and so I was home from having major surgery, and my grandma was there with me, and I was healing from that. And I was only a
Shout out
month
to
in.
Granny. Shout out to Granny.
Yes, love her to death. So I was only a month in. I was supposed to be home for like 2.5 months, but I was a workaholic. I was conditioned, and again, going back to the whole you got to work twice as hard. I was always on it. I never really took care of myself in that
On straight
aspect.
robot mode.
Yes. So a month in, I get a call like, "Hey, Nikki, we're starting this. We want you." So against my grandmother's wishes, I went just to go hear what they had to say, and the money was good. So I accepted it. They rolled out this really nice package for me, and I was able to explain it where and it was true. I was able to sit down a lot, so I wasn't putting a lot on my body. But hindsight, I should have said no. I should have allowed myself to heal. Because that did cause a lot of problems in the future. But I'm looking at, I'm trying to build something for my kids, my family, and things like that. No, this was Huntington. No, I was a very private person. I did not tell them I had surgery. Hell no. Because had I told them, I didn't want to come in as weak. When you are in corporate, I'm not giving them ammo. I'm not, and very good question. I'm not giving them something that they could weaponize against me. I'm coming in, they knew nothing. Chase knew that because I was on leave. But I did not tell Huntington that. Absolutely not. I'm not giving them nothing to hang over my head. If I'm coming in the door, I'm coming in armed with the knowledge and the resources that I have to build this company. So when I came in, Huntington is a very small Midwestern bank, basically compared to Chase that's global. So they don't have the resources that Chase has. So I was specifically sat down and said, listen, we don't even have the systems that Chase has. They said, if you want them, you're going to have to build them yourself. Well, a person like me, bet, say less. So I built a lot of databases to help my job.
You gotta unmute your mic now. Nikki, your mic is not mute. We can't hear you. Hold on, y'all, real quick. Soon as Nikki get her sound together, we're gonna bring her right back, y'all, man. Smash that like button, click with the bell, subscribe to the page. You understand what I'm saying, man? Tap in and walk with us. Listen here, y'all, man. Everything Nikki was saying, I want y'all to keep in mind that stuff ain't designed for y'all, man. Now, don't get offended by me saying what I'm saying, ladies. My sisters, Sistren, I love y'all, man. Listen to what I'm saying. Y'all are not supposed to be in no boardrooms. Y'all are not designed to be doing that stuff. Like, literally. You good, Nikki?
But phone. Okay, sorry about that.
Just make sure your phone is just sitting somewhere sturdy and stable. I'm gonna finish what I'm saying. I'm gonna finish what I'm saying. I'm gonna pass it right back to you, right? Going into what my sis Nikki just was saying, right? Like I was saying, y'all, don't take this the wrong way, man. It was not designed for specifically women to be in those boardrooms. Right? And this is a reason, strategic reason why they allowed y'all in there. You know what I'm saying? Versus having us in there. And when I say us, I don't mean the little dudes they allow. I'm talking about niggas like me. You hear me?
Sure.
Yeah. But with that being said, y'all, this ain't about me. This is about Nikki, because I'm gonna pass it back to myself. Go ahead, Cook. Go ahead.
Okay, so where'd I leave off before it went out?
You left off at, you were at Chase and going to Huntington, and you were implementing some new programs and database systems and things of that sort.
Yes. So I basically built a lot of databases that is still on huntington.com website today. Like, if you go, I left in 2017. If you go on LinkedIn, I'm still getting like messages and accolades and stuff where they're like, Nikki, thank you for blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yo, I'm not even there no more. Which is cool in a sense, but basically just to show like the impact that I had when I was there, right? It's what, 2024? So basically, I did a lot in that regard. Let me show you how much I did. You technically are not allowed to get promoted at Huntington. You have to be there for at least a year or two. I did so well that I was managing certain teams that within 4 months, they created a position for me that I was over 793 branches. So basically, I was.
Let me interject real quick, nigga. This is 793 Huntington branches?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I was responsible for
the
sales. Yes. But think about it. The better you do, the more responsibility they put on you. Right?
That's a fact.
So it's a situation where I went in and there's a reason for that too. There's a person that came in from Chase that really wasn't rocking with me. And again, I had to protect my peace. So I was like, that was a better option as well. So it was a little bit more to it than that. But they did go ahead and I got that position. And I was the liaison between corporate and obviously the branches. And I was working 2 levels below the CEO. So the only Black female to do that. So I will go in the field and let them know and I was creating the training material. So working with legal and compliance, out in the field, behind the counters, working with the managers, visiting branches with the retail area managers, knocking on the district manager's doors like, I need y'all to let me in your meetings so I can train y'all and let y'all know the new updates and things like that that's coming up. So that way you can hit everybody at once. So then you can tell your branch managers. So that way I didn't have to go to the branches. I had to be a little bit more strategic in that. Because sometimes you cannot hit 793 branches, right? But I can hit the district manager meetings and they can hit everyone. So if I hit the DM meetings, then I can hit all the managers at once. So I was on the road from Monday through Thursday. And then while I was home, Friday, Saturday, because pretty much when you exempt employee, you're creating the training material. So typically when I was home, I really wasn't home, but the money was good because I got a piece of all those 793 branch sales. Get it?
So let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Let me interject. You get some type of proprietary ownership for creating that for them?
No.
So hold
Yep.
on. Now,
Mm-hmm.
now, y'all remember
Mm-hmm.
that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna fall back.
Oh, that's a very important question. So, in product management, so that's huge. Basically, you come up with all this stuff, and they just take it. They just take your ideas, they just take your stuff, they just take whatever, and they just use it. But it's tied under the guise of product management. You all of this part of this well-oiled machine, and it's all put together. Get it? And y'all use each other's ideas, and they just whatever, but they all benefit from it. So no. Mm-mm. You just get your commission, and you just get whatever. So yeah. So pretty much after that happened, because technically it was supposed to have business card was supposed to launch first, but they ended up doing, yes, they were bleeding me dry. Yes, yes. It really affected my mental health. So as a mother, um, I'll share something very intimate. My son was one, and I remember he broke down. He wasn't one yet, I'm sorry, or close to it. I went to hug him, and he grabbed me and he wouldn't let me go. And because I had to leave, I had to travel, and he cried so hard, and he was upset, and he was like, "You always leave me." And that hit me. Mhm.
Whoa.
Mhm. Are you talking? Hold it. Virgin, we can't hear you.
Man, I'm telling you, man, when you start talking that real talk, man,
I can hear you
you
now.
know what
You
I
went
mean? They
out for
try
a
to throw
minute,
a glitch
Virgil.
in the matrix.
Okay, go ahead. We heard you at whoa, and then you went out. Thank you, boo. Virgil?
Can you hear me, Nikki?
Boost Mobile, I can hear you now.
Oh yeah,
You
it's a connection on Nikki's.
don't do that, because everybody can hear me. They can't hear you. Don't don't blame my service. Oh God. Anybody got that Jeopardy music? Should I play it? Virgil, you need to reboot. Cause Boost Mobile, where you at? Shish. right. Let's see here. You back?
Yeah, man.
I can't hear you, Virgil.
You said what?
I can hear you now.
You can hear me?
Now I can.
You sure?
Yes.
Can y'all hear us? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear her?
Yeah, I think everyone can hear you now. Sorry. Woo! This is fun. What you want to talk about? That's what you get for blaming me. Wait, can we do like some pop and lock? What are we gonna do? Oh God. All right, let me get to my stats. Anywho. Yeah, Boost Mobile. We'll wait for Boost Mobile to get back on. As I was saying, I got to a point where, can y'all hear me? Thumbs up.
Can y'all hear me?
Now we can.
They say you don't lie, go for it. I don't know what's going on. Can y'all hear me? Y'all should be able to hear me.
Now we can hear you.
I can't hear you though, Nikki.
You can't hear me?
I can't hear you.
Can y'all
I
hear
don't know
me?
what's going on. I can't hear Nikki.
They said they can hear both of us.
This is crazy, man.
And then they said they can hear me. See, it says that Boost. Okay, you want me to just go through some stats? I'm gonna read through some stats. All right, I'm just gonna.
That's that Boost. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? My connection over here at the crib be pretty solid, man. You know, I'll be telling y'all, man, when you be talking about real stuff, man, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody need to help me, man. Hey, listen, I'm a whiz when it comes to this stuff, man. You know?
I got all bars, Virgil. All right.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna jump back into it, and then we can just.
But hold on real quick, y'all.
Oh, they called you Grandpa. Where's my music? This don't make no fucking sense. You know, when black folk on hold for like 2 minutes, we get to acting up. Acting a fool. Okay, I think I've been doing good with my mouth, y'all. Virgil, they said put your glasses on so you can see. What you mean by drop the link, L?
When you chopping it up about some real shit, man, you know what I'm talking about? The question fun. You can hear me, Nikki?
Now I can, yeah.
See, Nikki freezing up too.
Oh, L wants you to drop the link so he can co-host. Virgil, where you go? Oh Lord, that it took Virgil. Hey, L, where you at? You not there? Why you see the first time you leave him and this happened? You were supposed to be there. You had one job, L. Damn.
Since I can't even hear you. I don't know. Hey, listen, y'all. This has never happened. I don't know what's going on. You feel me?
L said,
I don't know what's going on. I don't know how it is that I can't hear y'all or hear Nikki.
Drop the link for L.
And I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know why I can't hear Nikki.
Sheesh. You got it, L? I knew it was going to be something.
Power on. Bluetooth.
L, this your fault. I'm blaming you. I'm blaming you. You
I don't know what the
fuck
fuck is going on. I don't know what that shit is, man.
L, you was supposed to be. Hey, L.
I can't hear nothing.
Get on and you got up. You ain't even with us. You playing.
Hold on, let me get my lighting right. I did. Get my lighting right. Can you hear me, Scott?
I can hear you, L. Can you hear me?
I can hear both of y'all.
Okay. I can hear Virgil too. I don't think he can hear me.
I think Verge having a connection issue. Verge, can you hear us? This shit probably dying again.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I just want to help you keep the interview going. I'm normally not really a
okay, cool.
person. But
Alrighty.
since you know you going on with the corporate world, you know I know you talk about being in the boardrooms and the meetings.
Yes.
I even know a little bit about being downplayed in those meetings and all that. But I do have a question. Like when you were in
Yes.
those meetings, I know there's certain discussions that goes on, right? And with you coming up from the floor, just like I did, I actually started on the floor, worked my way up management, so on, system to that. It's a lot of discussions that goes on that doesn't, I would say, help the bottom line. Or it's not in best interest of the bottom line workers, I would say. And when I say bottom line, it ain't to say like bottom, like bottom. I'm just saying, like, to me, those is the frontline workers, honestly. Those is the ones who
Right. Right.
So,
Absolutely.
in those meetings, especially with you highlighting systems, because I did a little, you know, I highlighted like the night system. That's what I worked on the program. When I told you I did system administration, the call recording system. Some of those conversations get kind of sticky and murky when it comes to like helping the people that we deal with daily.
Yes.
How did you feel in those positions? Because I did work for Chase, but I didn't really get to that scale when I was at Chase. But how did you feel in those meetings when that came about?
I'll be honest with you. What helped me was I kept it real. I think you probably got a taste of my personality. Lionel, I don't cut any corners. So when we would have to like change in terms, right? For example, so say, and I'm not gonna name Chase or Huntington. I'm just gonna say company for this conversation purposes, but you're gonna catch on to what I'm saying. Say a bank mails out a letter to a client, a customer, right? And they say, hey, we're going to jack up your interest rate to 29.99%. Follow me? Okay. Okay, so you know what I'm saying. Unless you call and either close your accounts by this date, now this letter is in an all white envelope. It is not marked in that said bank's logo. So 99.9% of the time, that customer is going to do what?
They're not even going to look at it.
All right. So then we know that customer is going to throw it away. So they're going to miss the deadline. So we would have to hike and gear up for said calls, right? So now your moral compass is being tested. So now we're getting into these conversations you're talking about. Me being me, I have to, now I'm ahead of CSAT, customer satisfaction and employee satisfaction. I have to, now I get pulled behind the scenes. They say, okay, Nikki, you gotta, you know, the good old boys, you gotta tell these bankers, they gotta let these customers know this is in the best interest of the customer. Now, you tell me, L, is it in the best interest of the customer or is it in the best interest of the bank?
It's definitely the best interest of the bank when it comes to like interest charges and the fees.
So do you have a older client who probably can't even read? Now it's in an unmarked envelope pretty much. Now most of these banks got in trouble for that when it was happening. Now it's in an unmarked envelope and all this stuff. So we know morally it's not right. Now, but you want me, the manager, to go behind the door and blow smoke up these employees' butts. So at the end of the day, but we know what is the truth. So what I did was I told said uppers, I need to explain it to my employees my way. And I don't need you in those meetings. I did. I listened because there's only so much you can do, right, L? But I did tell them, I don't know. Do you need support? Do you need help? Hell no. No, I don't. But I don't need you in there either. If you want me to do this, it needs to be done my way. My bankers respond to me. Again, connecting the dots. That was my gift. My bankers respond to me, Will. You want me to do this? Then I need to do it my way. Because first of all, y'all know what y'all doing. But that's besides the point. Let me do it, right? So what I did was, hey, y'all come in here for a minute. Put them phones in after call. Come in here for a second. We got a team meeting. So we sit around the round table. Hey, let me go ahead and read this change in terms to y'all. Lock the door. Let's talk about it. Oh, and we talked about it. How do you feel about it? I didn't shy away from it. I let them get it out. And then, hey, Miss Nikki, how you feel about it? How I really feel about it? It sucks. You want my real answer? It sucks. Because guess what happened? I already established the relationship with them that what goes on in this room, this is our team. This is my team. Y'all my babies. What goes on in this room stays in here, right? See, that's the bond that I built with them. So guess what? It sucks. But, however, y'all got a family of mouths to feed just like I do. Right. So this is our script. Y'all know, y'all got something else outside of here financially that y'all can do to feed? No? Okay. So how we gonna get through this? You know as well as I do this is messed up. No, but I allowed them the safe space to let this out. Get it? Right. Within constraints with me. Because they knew they could do it with me and it wasn't gonna go past there. Now, go ahead and put our game faces on. And let's go out here and read this jacked up legal and compliance script.
Those scripts is crazy.
But here's the deal. But they knew what it was. I trusted them. They trusted me. Mm-hmm. And we went out there and we did what we needed to do. If you got a supervisor call, if you got an escalator call, then come get me. But at the end of the day, I didn't go in there and pretend what was happening wasn't happening. That was the key. That was the difference. And that makes a huge difference. Because I didn't like, okay, well, now you know. No, this is messed up. I get, and I told her, I understand exactly where you're coming from. And when my grandmother won't understand it, but I sympathize with you. I really do, because this is messed up. Mine wouldn't either. I get it. So, all right, now that we all went around the table and said what we had to say, now we got to get it out. Now, how can we? This is what we got to do. We all got a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? That we got to do. We here now.
Yeah.
No, how can we resolve it? Because we can't stay in a problem too long. And I don't stay in a problem too long anyway as a person. Now, we can get out and say our piece, right? But now we got to go into the solutions tab at that point. So now we got to resolve this. And that was that. So, yeah.
But that, you know what? That was the most effective way. And it's crazy you even said that because my path was a little different. Because I started off on the phones collecting, and then I went into systems management, and then I got called because I knew so much about the floor, and I built those connections, and I knew how to.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Man, listen, I don't know what's going on. You hear me, man?
Yes.
It's spooky kind of for real. You hear me?
Sorry.
But go ahead.
Okay.
What I was saying though, like with my path, like I came up, like I said, on the phones. I did system administration. I was doing internships, and in those internships, I was like I came out, Nikki. I was number one on the floor from day one in collections. Like they was like, this is a unicorn. Like number one from day on. I never finished below third, so they always wanted me to just be a strict collector. Because they like, oh, you know how they look at collectors. Oh, you're a money.
Right.
But I was like, this ain't what I want to do for the rest of my life. So they wouldn't give me no management positions at where I was. They just kept saying, oh, well, you're going to make more money doing this. And I'm like, to me, it ain't about the money. Like, I could get money other places. Like, I do love the money here, but I want to learn about the company. So that's when I went into system administration. After that, I'm over here helping people, and I went to a different site. I went to the Broad Street location, y'all know of, Alliance Data. I started just talking to employees, like they telling me like I can't bonus. I'm like, well, do this. I'm just telling them shit that I was doing, and next thing you know, they going from not damn near 1 foot out the door to top bonusers. And some of the managers start noticing that, and like how you said, they pulled me in, like, hey, can you come over here and help us out? And so I went from that internship to being the ops lead, and then I was basically the liaison from the training room to the floor. I was the guy who implemented training systems. I got a system that they still use to this day that I brought in to assess like daily numbers throughout the hours. Every 2 hours we would pull the numbers. It was a way that I could keep an eye on everybody throughout the day. And I just did that with my personal shit. But, you know, I wanted to help people actually get money. Like, I knew I was getting money and I was on a low level. And I'm like, shit, y'all could make this shit on a high level. Next thing you know, managers got mad at me. The guys up high, I guess too many people was bonusing. That's what I was doing. And it was coming out of their pockets. So I started hearing the little words. They didn't want me to ever go into management. So they never gave me a management position. I went out for 3 interviews. Everybody, like you said, walk out. But I didn't give a fuck. Because I was like, you know what? These people come to me. Now, with that power, Nikki, you know that power also haunts the corporate guys. And they feel threatened. Because now they see the people, they come to you when they got questions and not them.
What's an ego thing?
And I put a target on my own back.
That's what happens.
You know what I mean?
Which it can happen twofold. If you know too much, then they can. I saw it in the chat earlier. You can be a slave.
How did you deal with that?
How did I deal with that? So the problem with me is I'm an overachiever. The problem with me is me personally, I'm an overachiever, I'm a perfectionist, and I don't do anything, I don't leave anything unresolved. So to a company, they can take advantage of that, right? But in my head, I got goals, right? I got goals, I got things that I got to achieve, I got whatever, I'm feeding my family, it wasn't a big deal. But once I started realizing that, I was super gassed. I worked myself to the bone, and I realized they're really benefited off of what I'm doing, my labor, to the extreme. Like, it was ridiculous. So I personally didn't look at it at that moment because that's just my nature. Like in schools, I was the one for school projects. Like, you ain't about to jack up my grade. If you're not doing what you're doing, just give it to me. You know what I'm saying? Because we got this presentation and you ain't about to have my grade messed up. So what you got to do? If you about to party, you about to whatever, then give it to me. You know what I'm saying? And then we're going to finish this because that's just how I am. Because that's my grade too at the end of the day. So by nature, that's just how I am. So for me, if you give me a task and I have certain things I have to do, it's just good as done. Like, your word is the only thing that you have to depend on. And that's just something I always tell my kids too. That's something, your word is your bond. So even in the field, corporate, whatever, but they use that to your advantage. And that's why I want to get into some of these stats, because I know we talked a lot about in the chat. And this is why this is important. We talk a lot about the single moms, and we talk a lot about certain things. There is, and this is why, because it goes both ways with the Black woman and the Black male. The Black woman's plight is a little different. And I'm going to break it down by the age group. I'm going to break it down by salary as well, because I feel that, and I'm going to say on both parts, I feel that there is a lot of judgment that is passed, not really knowing all of it. And I can say this because I'm on both ends of it, right? And I'm not saying it like, oh, blah, 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 blah. No. I think you probably picked up on it. I'm a very factual person. I don't like to go off of, it's emotion. Like, I like to look at certain things from what it actually is. I don't like to give an excuse for anything. There is we have a huge disadvantage. And then when you take a look at it for what it is, then it starts to put things into its proper perspective on certain behaviors, right? So I'll start reading off some things, and then I want to tap into a little bit.
Now, well,
Yes.
one thing I do want to say before you get there, I did want to highlight something that you also spoke on right before you get to the numbers.
Yes.
But your conversation that you had in private. So, like when I told you, like, I guess it was almost the same kind of story the way I got pulled into management, because I was an ops lead, and then one day they were trying to hire a manager, but they couldn't find one, so they was like, here, they gave me the misfits, basically. Like the bottom of the barrel, I guess what they thought. And these were the people that I was on the floor with once. So I felt in my head, like, how am I going to talk to people and be a manager of people that I was once one of their peers? So you said what I exactly did. Like, first meeting, like, I was like, in my first day as a man in a manager role, I never got the manager job. But I told them, like, hey, I know we all cool. Some of y'all I know. Most of y'all I trained because I was already the ops lead. So this is what we're going to do. I'm not going to tell you nothing wrong, and y'all know this. I've already directed y'all in how to get the money and all this. Now I'm actually a manager, and I'm not going to do nothing to risk my job for y'all.
Right.
I wouldn't expect y'all to do nothing to risk y'all job for me. So we're going to get that respect factor right here. And at the end of the day, everything is about business. Our relationship outside of work will not affect. And I had everybody. It was I had 17 people in the group. And I pulled them all in the meeting and said it straight up like that. Like, I'm not.
You have to.
And because people going, your homeboy that I've been kicking, like, I go to the bar with every Friday. He going, hey, okay, hey, I'm gonna be like, nope.
Look, I made it very clear to my peer. I said, listen, we here to make this money. I got a job to do. But I made it very clear to everyone. If it's ever between me and you, you're going to lose every time. Do not put me in a position where I have to defend my job. Don't. I got a family to feed. Like, I don't cut no corners with that. Like, dude, I told him. I said, that was the first. That's how I started my meeting, the team meeting. Like, I love y'all to death. But do not put me in a position where I have to defend my job. I promise to God, you will lose every single time. Right. Come here. Don't do no shady stuff on the systems. Don't do no fraud stuff, because I'm going to catch it. Do your job. Do what's right, because you represent me at the end of the day. I will have your back every single time, but not on no shenanigans. Don't be on no shenanigans.
So let me ask you a question, Nikki.
I respect that too.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
So, in the process of gaining this position, right, what was given in exchange?
Well, basically, there was an increase in pay and schedule. You obviously discussed the schedule and things like that. Like, there's a bump in pay and title and that. And the problem with Chase is they did pay well, but they work you so hard. But they pay you so well that you can't leave. You can't afford to leave.
Right.
Because you get so dependent on that money.
They tell you in the interview too, right off back. Right?
Yeah, now Chase does pay. Now that is the one thing they did. And every review, they bump you up. They keep bumping you up. And then they'll do like a review. They'll line you up against your peers. Like, okay, if you're on the lower end, they bump you up. Because I was actually, now when I was, bumped up, then I did the salary review. So I knew how that worked. Now that is one thing they did. They did pay well. They definitely paid well. But they paid so well, you couldn't afford to leave, but they worked you like a dog.
They lay your ass off quick.
Yes.
They lay your ass in. Well, what they do is they get you in the manager role, right, Birds? This is how Chase do you. They work you up the ladder, right? They get you up to like 60,000 or whatever. Then they do a layoff and they pay you out and then tell you that you could come in back for like 40.
Severance. Yeah, after 4 months. You can come back for 4 months after you take your severance pay.
So that lets you know right there
Yeah.
what the banks is really doing. You understand me, man?
See, I personally never experienced that. I told you, I survived every single layoff. But again, I made myself irreplaceable. I never had a layoff. Never. I never experienced a layoff at Chase, and I never experienced a layoff at Huntington. But that came with a cost.
And that's what I was asking you, nigga. My original question was, what did you have to give, sacrifice, in exchange in the pursuit of this
My
prestigious
time,
position?
everything. Listen, okay, so going back to when you first went out, when I was with Huntington, I remember Gio, when he was little, he grabbed onto my leg and he was holding me. And from a mama perspective, he was like crying. And he goes, "You leaving me again, you leaving me." And of course, you know, the first initial, because when you think it as a parent, you got to work. And then, but the words, the verbiage he used, he goes, "You always leave me. I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you. You always leave me." It didn't hit me at first, but I remember I got in that car and I cried like a baby, like the parent shame, the parent guilt. And I left. It was a little less than a year after that. It was probably 6 months after that I left.
I wonder, is that why Chase brought in that daycare program in there where they, got people that could basically bring their kids and they got the daycare program. When I was working there, I think I was working there in 2018, 19, and 2020.
I'm not sure. Actually, no, they've been had the daycare program.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, they had it for a while. There was like an emergency daycare program. And you had to jump through hoops just to get that. Like, because I ran into that issue a few times when Haley and Nico was young. And that was just, the stuff you had to go through to get that was just crazy. Yeah. The shot records and all that stuff, it was asinine, like, to go through that. But just the whole, like, the guilt with that, you sacrifice a lot. So for me, I didn't regret staying home, becoming a stay-at-home mom, because I sacrificed so much leading up to that.
I know it's difficult, being in the corporate world, it's a lot of hours on top of the hours that you actually are in office. When you're in those roles, a lot of your outside time is even spent on preparing to go to work. Like, I don't think people really understand what corporate life, like, even me, I was on a small role, system administration, and it brought a little stress to me, a little bit, and I'm not like a stressed out guy at all. I don't really let too much stress me out, but I felt the strain a little bit, and like, I done worked physical jobs, demolition, and all kind of shit that had real effects on my body, but the mental strain,
different.
It's different. It is.
It is different.
It is different.
It's different, and I would say for Black women, we don't get paid as much, and that's what I'm about to talk about.
Hey, but I will say this: actually, in my position, I was really underpaid more than a lot of people that I knew.
Hey, Rob. Yeah, that's why I want to get into these stats, because I don't think the realization of it.
Person that had the biggest role in my position, Nikki.
Hold on. Hey, Nikki, I can't remember if you said or not. Were you the only woman on board or the only Black woman? Yes. In my position, I was working 2 levels below the CEO in Huntington at that time, and I was the only Black woman in that particular position. Yes.
That's dope.
I would. Yep. At that time, yes, I was. Yes, I was.
So when you get to corporate, y'all, what you will realize is when you walk those halls, there's very few of us in those buildings.
But let me tell you what happened. So let me tell you what happened in that regards to that position. So, and I think I shared it before, I got called into, so I traveled Monday through Thursday. Now I'm the only Black woman, only female in that regard. I get called because I'm traveling Monday through Thursday. I'm only in the office sometimes when I'm not traveling in Columbus, very seldom. I get called into the office and I get told, hey, you're not here. No one really knows you, because they have like different titles, which can come with a bump in pay.
Right.
And I said, I know I'm not here. That's not what my job requires me to be here. So then this is what my boss's boss. Then I get told, well, because you're not here, people need to know your personality more. So
Yeah.
I said,
You gotta get
explain.
up out of that shell, girl. That's what he was basically telling you.
Oh,
No,
no.
fuck that, bro.
I said,
Nah.
oh, nope. I'm about to tell you
I don't
exactly
know
what he
about
meant
that.
by it. Let me tell you exactly what it meant by it, because he said it. I said, what
I
you
don't
mean
know.
my personality? Because my personality shows in my stats, because I get paid off my numbers,
Right.
not my personality. So he goes, well, you should be going to lunch with somebody different in this office every single week.
Yeah.
Now, as a married woman at that time, you tell me what that looked like. Now, if you got a wife, how would you feel? That is predominantly male in that office, and you know they sleeping around. Tell me, how would that make you feel?
Was you at the Easton Chase?
No, this ain't Chase.
Oh, okay.
This ain't Chase. Now this is this big leagues.
Okay.
How would you feel? You get told specifically, you need to be at lunch with
That's
somebody
crazy.
different every single week.
So, Nikki, that goes back to what I say, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ain't supposed to be there. We ain't there to protect you so they can take advantage of y'all.
Oh, I left. At some point, I told you that's neither here nor there. So I, in return, said, well, that's fine. However, I don't recall my job description being that.
Right.
And my
He tried to
stats,
drape you off, man.
or wanted to be jerked off. I said,
Pause.
my
I said he tried to drape you off. Pause, man.
Super false.
Hey, yo, man.
I
Come
said
on, Nikki, man.
my job description. Listen,
You gotta
I gotta
relax,
keep it real.
man.
I said my job description does not basically define that. I said I'm supposed to be from doing A, B, C, D. I go, please. So I put it on him. Please explain to me how that benefits the company. Well, they don't know you. Well, they don't have to know me here in this office, right? Do you know they gave that assistant vice principal or vice president title to someone else? Ask me if I care.
Nah, yeah. You ain't supposed to. Yeah. Nah, you played that exactly right, because what y'all don't know is them corporate motherfuckers, man, they be slick, man.
No. So we're sitting there for meetings, and then because somebody in the group, they divorced each other or whatnot and married within there, so then I get grabbed.
Some messy shit.
Oh, wait, listen, I get grabbed. Oh, I'm just letting y'all know, if she ever becomes single, this go be my wife. I go, unhand me.
These motherfuckers be wild, y'all. Try to tell y'all think that if you ain't never been in corporate and you just work on the floor and y'all think like shit be crazy on the floors and like wherever y'all work at, I'm gonna tell y'all the conversations on the floor ain't touching what's in the corporate world.
So going to what Dee said, Black women are very sexualized in the workplace. We are extremely sexualized. I'm standing. My tattoo, my back is darn near fully tatted in my stomach. However, I was able to cover it well working in corporate. I'm standing there. Dude takes, because the top you can see a little bit of the tip. Takes my sweater and lifts it where he can look down my back. Someone extremely high up, where I get uncomfortable and move. And say, hey. but that was acceptable and okay on the floor. Now here's the deal. As a black female, if I were to say something, what would I get labeled as?
Nah, they're gonna, as a whistleblower, they're gonna talk shit. Yeah.
I'm the angry black woman. I'm hostile. I'm
different.
hard to work with. Do you see where I'm going with that?
It is a label. It's a stigma that they will place on that very quick.
So then you gotta sit there and be like, heh, heh, heh. Or you gotta crack a joke, or you gotta whatever, but somehow get yourself out of the situation where it's not alarming.
Yeah. And you know what? Because I get you in that situation because you're a woman. Now, I've had that happen as a man where, I had some managers that, may have let me get away with more than I probably should have. Maybe I did things with some managers in the past that, whatever that may be. But, people know how they can manipulate the game sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think those people are used to people sometimes I think it's like one of those things that's in their mental where they like, we've done this before and it worked. So they, people in power. And one thing, I was always in a relationship, and one thing I never wanted to do, I was a cat that really stayed away from messing with people actually in the office, especially when
you don't crap where you don't eat where you poop.
Nah, when I got any level of power, and I just didn't like that shit because I got caught up in some shit in safe flight, and it wasn't even my fault. What y'all women got going on, it got y'all going on, but just because me, it ain't me. I never, but you know how that shit could get messy, and ever since that, I was like, damn, I was hands off as much as I could be, and got pulled in the office on an off day. You know what I mean? Two women
like Craig.
Nikki.
That's a very good that's a very good insight right there on the question part, because listen, this all goes back to what I be saying, y'all, man.
What's that?
The corporate office, them boardrooms, man, y'all not supposed to be in there, man. When I mean not being there, I mean y'all not supposed to be in there.
No. Yeah.
The thing is, Verge, they don't want nobody. Actually, you know what? It ain't even women. It ain't black women. It ain't black men. They don't want nobody that's going to challenge the system in any way that will speak up. They don't want nobody like that in the meeting. So
right, that's a fact.
If anybody has some type of insight, and that's what they didn't like about me, because it'd be certain shit, and I'm the type, y'all know how I am. I'm just a fair guy. When it comes to shit, I see things. I don't see things as, somebody should get this advantage. And birds know that. I say the same shit to my homies I say to somebody on the street. It don't matter. My family, my mom, everybody gonna get it the same. Right is right and wrong is wrong, no matter who you are. And if I see it that way in my eyes, I'm gonna call it out. And I would be the one that would stop the meeting and be like, well, hold up. The people on the floor, I worked on the floor. Ain't none of y'all worked on the floor, so I'm the voice of the floor. When y'all called me to this position is because I'm the only one that had expertise in all the fields. I ran the system, I managed, I was a worker on the floor. Ain't none of y'all even worked on the floor or even seen the system room. So I know all the shit that goes on the floor, on and off. And they would be saying shit that didn't make no fucking sense. It ain't gonna help nobody. It's gonna make our jobs harder. And all they care about sometimes is that ROI, and that ROI don't reflect what they think it is, because they never worked the fucking job. You know what I mean? And that's the difference. And that's why they need more people that come up from them positions. They don't pull enough people from the positions on the floor that they making the decisions for. And that's where a lot of companies crumble from the inside. And that's what I always say. When you got the wrong people in power, the system is bound to collapse, right?
Yeah. Well, it goes back to corporate America. It is definitely run by white males.
Yeah.
It's not built for us. And when I get into these stats and you see black women are the lowest on the totem pole. In regards to pay, in regards to
Nikki, you're a truth teller. They don't like the fact that you tell it how it is.
Well, we're a double minority.
Even being black. I don't even think it's you being a minority. I think it's because you will challenge the system.
Well, it's both. I mean, statistics show that we're women. Well, Black women are a double minority. First of all, we're a woman, and then second, we're Black. So it's double for us. So then go back to the presidency. Go back to Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton. First of all, our country is chauvinist. Our country is racist, and our country is chauvinist. And it is what it is. They'll put a Black man in before they put a woman in, correct? In office as a president. But they will not put a Black woman in. And I'm telling you right now, they won't do it. They won't do it. They will not do it. We are very last on the totem pole. They will not do. They put a Black man. That's fine because it's still a man.
But they didn't put a Black they did put a Black image man, right?
In general, like they don't. We are literally last. We are last on a totem pole. We are women, and then we're Black women. There's just so much that comes like in regards to us. It is absolutely ridiculous. And then when I get into these stats, the numbers don't lie. In regards to pay scale, I was looking at this and I was like, you have got to be kidding me. So then you wonder why these girls are out here starting the OnlyFans, because I'm gonna go into the age gap. And you wonder why they're trying to make it, because truth be told, they're not making no money. They're not gonna make it in corporate. They're not. They're not. They're not.
But I also, you know what? My thing where I got a little bit of issue, a little slight on anybody that don't go to certain places, or even you ain't gotta be the person making the most money. And we came up. So I just know, look, Nikki, I didn't come, like a lot of us don't come from the best environments, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all are born with a disadvantage, you know, like you said earlier, you know, the same talk, like my dad used to beat that into my head, pause. But basically tell me all the time, look, you a Black man in America. He used to have this talk to me ever since I was young, like ever since I could remember, like you're going to have to work 2, 3, 4 times harder to even be average. So just know that you always got to work. You can't let your head down no matter what. And if you slip up, you know, you could be got by the system or whatever. And this is my pops telling me. Now, in reality, he probably shouldn't have been telling me that at such a young age. But now I do get why he told me. You know, I grew up in the crack era. You know, I was born in '83. So, you know, we come up in that era where it was a real change in society and the way shit was. The 90s was crazy. Y'all, a lot of y'all don't understand. Yeah, y'all, it ain't all good out here, but I'm gonna tell y'all, the 80s and 90s was really fucked up. We were repairing it, and it was when they first broke up the homes. So all this shit we complain about, these single households, it started.
But that was all designed though. And you gotta look at it. And I was talking to Virgil about this earlier. See, this is all planned. This is all designed, because going back, I'll give you an example. California right now has like the biggest homelessness problem ever, right? Yet there are programs that pay them more to stay on the streets than it does to put them in a house. So look at the welfare system, right? So now they pay single mothers more to keep the Black man out than put our families together. Why? Why do you think?
Hey, the reason why you don't put the Black families together.
Hey, let me answer the question real quick, right?
Right there, go ahead. Yeah.
She said, "How do we create a safe space for women to earn a coin to provide as well?" Right? Now the answer to this question is something that a lot of y'all chicks ain't gonna want to hear. All right. In order to create a total safe space, you're gonna have to relinquish some authority. That's the solution.
Well, let me get into some stats and then we can get into some solutions. How about that?
You said get into some what?
Some stats and then we'll get into some solutions.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So So I wanna put some numbers to some things overall. So I wanna say Black women overall in the United States are typically paid just 64 cents for every dollar paid to white non-Hispanic men. So even when looking at just people working full-time year-round, Black women are only just paid 67 cents for every dollar. But that figure does not count for more than 3.5 million. The wages of Black women are driven down by a number of current factors, including gender, racial discrimination, workplace harassment, job segregation, and lack of workplace policies that support family caregiving, which is still most often performed by women. Overall, women are typically paid 77 cents for every dollar by men. So when you look at the overall factor, Black women is still lower. So I'm going to give you something, just if I'm putting it to a dollar. So if we look at Ohio, for instance, the number of Black women working full-time year-round, 220,355. The median wages for Black women is only $35,366 for Black women.
What's the percentage of Black women that are earning in this range?
220,355.
So out of the total population in Ohio, what's the percentage on that?
Give me a second. It does not give it a percentage of it. So it says
specific jobs or a specific field, or is it just overall?
That's another question I was going to ask too.
So I'll see if I can get the stats for that.
Okay.
Let me just say this real quick,
This
Nikki.
is given the actual gap. Yeah.
Let me just say this real quick, and I'm gonna pass it right back to you, sis. Right? There's very few chicks that's in position to be working where Nikki was at. Very, very few of y'all will ever reach that status and that level ever. So when we're talking about these stats, we gotta keep in mind what areas of work in the workforce are these chicks working. Medium range earnings is what, 30? You said 37,000. That's what you said.
Yes.
You said the 37,000.
Yes, the median. Yes, 35,000.
That's the me. So that's I'm going to assume that's most of y'all.
Yeah.
The overwhelmingly mass majority. So all that perping ass got money, but man, cut that shit out, man. We are people fucked up out here, man. Cut that shit out.
This
is
in
where the
Ohio.
numbers.
This is Ohio, by the way.
This is where the rubber meet the road with the numbers. Yep. This is why it would be in your best interest to get with a nigga making $50,000 a year. And y'all put that 50 and that 37 together and figure it out, goddammit. You hear me? I just wanted to say that, nigga. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, so it says the median wages for white non-Hispanic men is $60,000. So that gap is $25,107. So Black women are only earning 58 cents on the dollar in Ohio. That's the average. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's wild. The only thing like with these numbers, I just need to know like what jobs are they comparing it to? Like if they comparing like
this is just it says like, the wage gap in the I'm giving the statistics for the wage gap in the 25 states with the largest number of Black women working full-time year-round. This is just overall.
Yeah.
This is from the National Partnership for Women and Families fact sheet. This is just the wage gap period. So I can hold on.
But yeah, I'm only saying like, are they comparing like? Would it be like a comparison if they're taking like a job wage that may get paid at like, let's say, a call center, for example, a standard call center?
It's just the way. Whatever, if they got away, if they're working, if it's reported, that's what this is.
But compared to like an electrician or something,
if that's considered a wage, yeah. I would assume so.
That's where I would have to just push back a little bit because, like, there are certain jobs that they go into.
But this is the average.
But I think this is more on why we need to have more training in schools to put people in position.
But how many Black women are electricians, though, El?
But that's something that maybe they should look into more.
Well,
Because
what you're saying they should do and what's being reported are two different things. That's what
but
I'm
I feel
saying.
like
What we should do
I'm not
and
even
what's
gonna say,
happening are two. It's not happening.
but I'm not even gonna say black women. I feel like black men. Like, let me even retract that.
That's a trait.
Men,
Yeah.
you know, these are things, and really, you know, what's crazy? That's one thing that I felt like the school system and the structure. Like, you shouldn't be able to graduate from high school without a trade under your motherfucking belt. Like, there's no way that they should be letting these kids go into society with no direction, nothing. We are graduating kids from high school, and they literally get out of high school, and some of these kids don't know how to fill out a resume. They don't know how to go to an interview. They don't know how to talk to somebody. They don't know how to make a first impression. And here it is, we are letting kids, and really that's something that should be taught in motherfucking middle school, because kids get jobs when they're 14, 15 years old, and here it is, we teach
They don't
them
teach that stuff in school,
science,
man.
They don't.
math,
It's very
science.
far few between.
But these kids need to learn how to interview at like 8th grade.
So think about what you're saying, L, right? Think about what you're saying. Right?
That would
So
change the
clearly, right? Hold on, man. Hold on, right? Think about what you're saying. So clearly, this is not what they want kids to know. That's what I'm saying, man. We talking about solution-based content, man. That's what I'm saying, man. We gotta get all the way down to the nitty-gritty. If they wanted kids to be smart and intelligent and real productive and running their corporations, that would be teaching them to do it, and they're not.
Thank you.
We can only surmise. We can only come to the conclusion that they don't want that.
Absolutely. Just like they don't teach them about credit reports. I train on that. But you get to college and you rack them up. There's just certain things they don't teach them, but what they do teach them is go to college, take up all these loans. Now, you owe the government. So if you get a $60,000 salary, but then you got 60, 70, 100,000 student loans, and you got to make at least a $500 payment every single month, because the government go get their money or they go garnish your wages. So do you really have a $60,000 salary job? No. But they don't tell you that.
Right.
But they give you all this college, and they say, take this, we want you to go to school, They push that on you, but not everybody needs to go to college. Trade school is amazing. Absolutely amazing. And you make more money to do it. We need plumbers. We need electricians.
Let me address what the question said. She said, these trades are all considered dominant men occupations, though still no safety net for a woman. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I don't want to keep seeming like I'm on some BS, keep going back to this. But when it comes to like working and stuff, a lot of the stuff where, and this is what I'm saying, and you notice that they're shutting all this stuff down now.
That. I do want to address that. So
hold on real quick, and I'm gonna pass it right back. I'm gonna pass it right to you.
Go ahead.
Notice all the jobs that women could potentially make some money in, or even go in business for themselves in. It's all basically in retail, cosmetics, and stuff like that. For the most part, as far as like from an independent side, or if not working in some corp. Of course, and why that is because women just don't do certain type of jobs. Like I go back to what I originally say, like being a plumber is I mean, I'm not saying a woman cannot do it, right? Because you definitely can do it. I've seen woman plumbers at my job just the other day. There was a woman in there fixing the plumber in the restroom, right? But women don't tend to take those positions.
It ain't a sexy job.
Why?
It ain't a sexy job.
You think that's
it's
all?
just not something women choose to do.
Because there's a stigma. Like,
please pass that mic to me.
She said these trades are all considered dominant. Now, Virg got it up here. She exactly said what I'm saying.
Okay, pass that mic to me, please, because I wanna speak on this. Go ahead.
Listen, this is what the question said. This up on the screen. She said these trades are all considered dominant men occupations.
Thank you, DeQuasia, because I'm gonna speak on that. Please pass it to me, because I actually ran a company with it, and I'm gonna talk about it.
Shouldn't, like, I understand, and you did it, Nikki. like you said, you were the only woman in your position, right? Because it's considered a man position, right?
No, I'm
But
about to
you
speak on
broke
this
the
trade school.
boundaries.
I'm about to speak
So
on the trade.
we could break the boundaries. We just gotta want to get in those roles. And I'm gonna tell you, I was on the floor with a lot of people that I seen potential. And let me tell you, Nikki, I used to talk to people and be like, "Look, I see you going to this position." And this is something whenever I saw people, potential in people to go and do things, I would have talks with people. Let me come up. I would have these talks. And a lot of these people, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of our people they used to be just cool with the position they was in.
You
And
think that's it?
I mean, they wouldn't take it. And I would tell them, because I'm a guy that would go and tell you, like, hey, I see you being in a management position. I see you going to this, like, you can make more money over here. It's a little bit more work. And I feel like in that role, a lot of people didn't take advantage of what they could have. That I seen other people that was less qualified that would take advantage. And it would kind of, because I'm a go-getter. And it's hard for a go-getter to have that mind, like to see people not take advantage of something. And here I am, I'm a beacon of information. I got access to talk to people to get them jobs, and they didn't want them.
Can I please have the mic?
I would love it, yeah.
Thank
you. Can you tell me why they didn't? Or why?
Oh, yeah, I would gladly speak to you. So, fun fact, in regards to trade school and plumbing and things like that, my ex ran those companies. It was a $4 million company that I did payroll as well as HR and things like that. And he also worked for other companies that did it. There was a lot of women in it. Do you know what the women experienced on those jobs? Chauvinistic men that harass them on a daily. So what you guys need to understand is we do go for those roles. Yes, D, women get sexualized in every single thing. Men need to be held accountable, and y'all need to obviously step up to the plate and understand that when we do go for those roles, there's a lot of hazing, there's a lot of inappropriate comments, there's a lot of stuff that men do because they're so chauvinistic and they don't feel that we deserve to be in those actual roles because we're not men. We have those jobs, and when they're there was actual incidents where women were working and men were videotaping them. See, I did this when I left my Huntington job at 2017. That's what I was doing, and it was plumbing and construction and everything else. So guess what? I can speak to all of it. There was a lot of women on that job, and there was more issues not from the women. It was from men that would not accept the women on those jobs because they felt that they didn't have a right to be there. Now you guys speak to that because they wanted to be there. And I also took part in apprenticeship dinners and things like that where they went to school and they wanted to be a part of it. But when they got on the job, it was nothing but problems and issues and harassment from nothing but men. They want to do it. They did it all the time.
How many wanted
I had to deal with those issues. No, they wanted to do it.
How many was it though?
It was a lot.
What's the lot? I need numbers, Nikki. Quantify it.
Christ. Honestly, from 2017 to 2023, I gotta go through the books if I'm being honest with you. I'd have to look through there. That's how many. But
women don't typically go out to be plumbers, electricians, HVAC, none of that. I'm not saying that it's a few that don't.
Yes, what I'm saying is
women are just women. I'm gonna just be real. Women are not in large quantities going to do trades. They're just not. That's not happening. It's just not happening. Let's be real here. We gotta be honest here now.
You guys haven't addressed your responsibility when they do. They are harassed.
It's not about that though. So look, what I'm saying the amount of chicks. I'm not justifying anything if guys are sitting there harassing chicks that's trying to come in. That's wrong, and that's bad. That should not be happening. What I'm saying is, regardless of that, let's move that to the side. Y'all are not going out for trades in large enough numbers.
That to the side, Virgil. That's a major problem. We should be able to work on the same job sites that you guys work. That should not
Yeah,
be
y'all can, but y'all don't though, Nikki. Y'all just don't. Y'all not going out for these jobs. Listen, Nikki, relax, man. Listen, y'all are not going out for these jobs. You're just not.
I just told
no,
you.
you're not.
But instead of you dealing with the issue, you want to move it to the side because you want a number. You want to focus on the amount instead of the problem.
Because that's what counts, Nikki. That's what counts. Nikki, that's what counts.
No, it
if
don't.
you listen, Nikki, Nikki, listen. If you got like say out of 100 women, if you got 7 of them that want to be a plumber, really, that's really
so
like
7
that's
women
kind of that's an insignificant number.
That is a lot. 1 woman don't deserve to be harassed. Truth be told,
I never said no. Women don't deserve to be harassed at all. Nobody deserves to be harassed.
My point is, it is way more than 7. It is way more than 12.
Listen here.
None of it. No one deserves.
Women are absolutely not in large numbers going to trade schools, be electricians, plumbers, HVAC, welders, none of that stuff, man. That is not happening.
And I'll get more information. The company that he works for and the program
that is absolutely not happening.
The company that he worked for, they had a whole apprenticeship for it, and they did it, and there was nothing but issues. It was nothing but issues from men.
Yeah, you know what?
But this men's work. It's not women's work.
But see, that's the problem.
That's not a problem. That's what it is.
But that's how some.
That's what it is. That's what it is. And this is listen here. This is what this goes back to right here. This goes back to proper structure and order, like I say. Women don't build society. Y'all don't build infrastructure. That's not what y'all do. Y'all not designed to do it. You shouldn't be doing it.
This is not.
That's why y'all not good at it.
This is not the Stone Age. You asked the question.
The only reason. So also,
that's the reason why when y'all get up in them corporate rooms and them boardrooms, that's why they sexualize y'all. That's the whole point. It was never designed for anybody to be successful within this corporate structure.
That's one aspect. So basically, from what I hear is we deserve it because we're there.
No, I'm not saying you don't deserve it. Listen, let's do this. Remove the emotions, right? We're talking about facts. We're talking about what's actually happening here. Those corporate boardrooms are not designed for women of any color to be in there, for one. That's started.
So that's one.
Right.
So we said that. So let's table that.
Okay, so now since we talk about us right now, y'all specifically definitely ain't supposed to be in there. But when y'all do, when y'all get into these corporate positions, it's an extension from the same thing that was going on back in the day. Right? You're going to get sexualized. You're not going to. I don't know why y'all would expect y'all's master to treat you fairly and equally. That behooves me right there. So when they let y'all get in these positions, it's for strategic purpose and reason. And if you ain't willing to go, like you found out, right? See, and then listen, you have to take on certain things because who wasn't there? Who should be there? But definitely don't want to be there because, what they can get off on you ain't gonna get off on us. Now, it's some of you dudes, man, that sit up there and win. But for the most part, a guy like me,
that is justification for sexualization.
No, I'm not justifying anything. That's why I say I'm not justifying. I'm not saying that's right. I'm saying what it is, man. I'm not saying it's right. I don't agree with that. I don't think that's okay. I think that's totally wrong. But like I said, and like Anton keeps saying, this structure, this system was not designed for us.
No, I agree.
And let me take it a little bit further, and I'm gonna pass the mic.
I agree with that.
Not even designed for us. It wasn't, and I'm not even talking about us as Black folks. I'm talking about it wasn't designed for people who weren't of a certain, let's say, stature or status anyway.
I agree.
Right? Like I said, y'all got to break down what this word corporation means, which most of y'all just don't. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sitting up here justifying. I would never do that. I got love for y'all. I understand that y'all ain't supposed to be there. I understand why y'all there. Right? I understand why we ain't there.
Yeah.
But I understand why nobody's supposed to be there because it's not a system or structure that's designed for the people who runs it. That's who it's designed for. Designed by them, for them, not for us at
Mhm.
all. So when they let one of us get in there, you, Nikki, bright, intelligent, suck you dry of all your ingenuity that could have been fostered in something different where it would have really, really mattered and helped, like say us
Mhm.
or your family structure more than what it was, right? Because I'm pretty sure it took away a little of your life being at that level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is I'm not justifying anything. That stuff is wrong. This whole thing I'll be pointing the finger at is that this system and this structure, this corporate system, it wasn't designed for us, and it specifically wasn't designed for y'all. So now you can kind of get an understanding of why they let y'all in there and not us. But even if the dudes, us that do get in there, look at them. Niggas don't run nothing.
Mhm.
You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? What make you think they're going to let y'all run something? And if they do, it's going to be to the extent that they control you. And once they realize they can't control you, what
That's a
happens?
problem.
Yeah.
No, that is definitely true.
My thing is
So with that, I'll pass.
I feel like, what's the problem with having who's the best for the motherfucking job? When did that?
That's not gonna be it. It's always to a certain extent.
You know what I mean?
Everything
Like,
it's like it's kind of like, and I was telling Virgil earlier, it's like the music industry. There's certain paths that you have to go, and at some point, once you reach a certain stature, you are going to have to make some type of choice.
you gotta make sacrifices.
You're gonna either have to compromise and do something you really don't want to do, leave, or create your own path some kind of way. Like, it just is what it is. It is no, and honestly, and I'm starting to think, if I'm being completely honest, I'm starting to think this is just life. Like, you got to figure this out. Like, there's the right way, the wrong way, God's way. You know what I'm saying? Like, his will, your will, like all of that. At some point, you start realizing, okay, this isn't aligning up with this. This isn't right. You don't feel right, you know, and going to Virgil's point, you do realize this isn't for me. This is not a right fit. I got no business here. Like, this ain't working. And then you gotta go. And but that's, if you think about it, that's in anything, right?
Okay.
That's in anything that you're doing. And going back, even if it's a group of friends, if you meet whatever, I'm not rocking with them. They're not for me. They don't stand on the same values and principles that I'm standing on. Like, I gotta switch this up. You know, once you start to get in it, I think it's all a part of it at the end of the day. But yes, at some point, once you start getting there, you do realize, you know what? It's just no. It's just no. It's just no. You know, you're not going to call me your work wife. You damn sure are not my work husband. That doesn't even roll off my tongue comfortably.
Yeah.
I'm serious. And I really think that is a huge cultural thing, because the look on my face when they would say it, my face would be cut up. But then I'm acting funny, because as soon as you say it, I'm like, oh, that's my work wife. No, I'm not.
Right.
No, that's my work wife. Who? No, I'm my husband at home. Oh, that's my work. No. Hey, you going out tonight? No, I'm not. Hey, you gotta come to this event because you never whatever. Well, actually, no, I don't.
So who's at home raising the kids?
Thank you. So I gotta come get drunk with you for what?
Right.
So you can see me at my most vulnerable, and you can catch me slipping, and you can hang something over my head? No. I would never give you that to hang over me. Why do I have to give you that? No.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
That's
man.
what it's about, right? Because at the end of the day, to me, because then you hear these stories, I would hear them. Oh, you should have seen so and so. You heard the stories, the company picnic, or the company event. You know what I'm talking about. I got pictures. Even SpongeBob got episodes about it. The cup with Patrick. You should have seen the company picnic, a company party last night. I got pictures from that.
Chase parties was wild. Ooh, I was in Home Linden. I was at HLA. So I know you know the HLA. They was those parties are. I'm talking about drinks on the house, my nigga.
Let me tell you something.
She
There are
said drinks on the
specific
house.
bars that they
The Christmas
still go
parties get
to
crazy,
this
man.
day. Listen, hand to God. There's still
Woo.
bars that they still go to this day to get it in. No.
These motherfuckers rent the convention.
Y'all ain't supposed to be there, man. That's why it don't work out for y'all. Y'all ain't supposed to be there, man. You gotta accept that.
No, I know. That I agree with you. And it was a hard lesson for me. But some things that you gotta figure out. So I think it's important. There's some paths that you just have to create on your own. And I think it's important to find like-minded individuals and start your own business. If I'm going to kill myself, I'm going to kill myself for myself. Right. I'm going to start my own business, my own entity, my own brand.
You know what? You know when you're supposed to be figuring that out, Nikki? You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Do you know when you're supposed to be figuring out what you just said? Not while you in somebody's college, right? When you at home presiding over your children, while your man is out doing all of that, you figure out what's going on at home and how to revolutionize and, you know what I'm talking about, make something pop out of nothing while that man out there doing what he do. You did? You ain't supposed to be doing it. You ain't supposed to be digging no ditches. You ain't supposed to be no damn plumber. That's not women's work. Y'all not designed. Y'all are physically not designed to do that work. Y'all don't got the hand strength. Y'all don't got the grip strength, the bone density, the muscle density. They need man strength to do construction work.
Why
blue collar work.
Why do you think I got divorced? Don't go there.
That's not Charles. Y'all not supposed to be doing that stuff, man.
Why do you think I got divorced, boo boo? I know that now.
Do you understand? My sisters.
I lift weights. I lift weights, not shovels.
Thank you.
Y'all, listen here. I'm gonna hit y'all with this, man. We're gonna get up out of here, and I'm gonna give everybody the salutation. We can go. Hey, y'all wasn't designed to work. We're gonna leave it right there. That's another topic for another day.
You think so?
You wasn't designed to work.
Okay.
And you shouldn't be doing it. That's another topic for another day.
Okay. I see.
Another topic for another day. Hey, Nick, I told you I'm a different type of breed, man. I know what I'm talking. I don't be just talking, Nick. I don't be just talking. You hear me?
All right.
That's another topic for another day. Most of y'all ain't even ready for that conversation, for real, for real. Nikki, I'm going to pass it to you.
That.
You know what I'm saying? Or matter of fact, I'm going to pass it to you, L, because I'm going to let Nikki look because she's a guest for tonight. So, L, I appreciate you. L, this is what I'm saying, y'all. Listen. Mm-hmm. Shout out to my brother, King Els. This is my brother. Y'all been knowing this dude only 30 years, man. Tell him about came through, you feel me, and was able to fill in while I was having that little bit of technical difficulties. I appreciate that. That's what it's all about. E&E every day, all day, no days off. You know what I'm talking about? I appreciate that, brother. Say your you know what I'm saying, in your closures, and we're gonna get up out of here.
Hey, you know, this was low-key by default. You know, shout out to D-Mill, E-Mill, and the homies today. We was up at B-Dubs, March Madness, and we always have our little meetup, and we was at B-Dubs about noon. I was there until 5 o'clock, bro. I missed the gym, man. I disappointed myself. Yeah, so I was a little faded, man. These boys just kept ordering drinks. Y'all see the picture a little later, man. These boys is crazy. So by default, I ended up here tonight, and I'm glad I got a chance to help out. And I also did that because I told Verge earlier, like, I might not be making the show tomorrow because round 2 is tomorrow, and we go pretty. It's gonna get crazy on Friday. We start at noon. If y'all out and y'all want to meet up, man, hey, March Madness, it gets real, man. So come out tomorrow. Hit me up if y'all trying to kick it. We're gonna be out in Grandview tomorrow. But yeah. So it's dope, man. Great conversation. You know, Nikki, salute to you. You know, thanks for coming on the show 2 weeks in a row.
Sure.
Really appreciate it, you know, and your knowledge is great. And that's what I'm saying, man. We need more people to kind of mold into positive people. Like, as much as we may be kind of harsh, you know, I even had a dude tell me I was harsh because I was talking about a 6 and you can't tell your girl shit. I'm like, look, it was crazy. I'm just gonna always be real, y'all. So that's why I say, don't ask me for an answer if you don't want the 100% real answer.
Yeah, we
Because
don't sugarcoat nothing over here, man. We're gonna give it to you raw and uncut. Pause.
I hope y'all know that by now, and that's just the way I am. Like I'm gonna always be that way, but I'm
That's
gonna
just
always.
the way it is.
I'm not no vindictive guy. I'm actually the life
Yeah.
of the party. Y'all come around, we have fun, like, and we really enjoy
Hold on,
ourselves.
so L, man, I don't mean to cut your wisdom, brother, but so you said you ain't gonna be able to make it to the show tomorrow night?
So I'm gonna say this. I just know how the Friday event goes, bro, and I just don't want to be like, I'm good with my saying if
You
I'm gonna
said
be
the
able.
Friday event, and where's this at now?
I'm gonna try to make it. That's what I say. I can't commit to it. That's all I can say. Can't commit to tomorrow's show 100%.
I thought Perry's supposed to be coming on the show tomorrow.
Low key, I'm gonna tell you, Perry has not hit me up, and I did hit him up yesterday, and now that's another reason too. Like, cause I do want to do the show with Perry, but he has not hit me up, so I will hit him up again. That's why I said, I'm gonna pace my day, so I will try to pace
Okay.
my day as much as possible. But if he don't hit me up for sure by like noon tomorrow, then I'm going. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get it in, bro. So I will give you an answer by say that. You know what I mean? I get off work at noon. When I clock out the office, I'll
I get
hit
off at 2:30 tomorrow, so.
you. Okay. Well, hit me up when you get off, and I'll have an answer for you by then.
Already.
I ain't going to beg nobody to come on the show. I hit him up. I hit him up on Wednesday just to double check, like we do. Hey, you still
Right.
good? This is
Right.
time. If you cool with this time slot, you know what I mean? You'd be cool just a half hour, 45 minutes. And he ain't hit me back yet. So I'm going to hit him up again tomorrow about 10 a.m. If I don't hear nothing by 2:30, then, I'm going to have a ball tomorrow. Let's just say that. And if
We're
you ain't
gonna
doing nothing,
figure it
man,
out one way or other, man.
hit
Sit
me
up
up.
there. Hey, don't forget, man, we got the wine tasting event coming up next Friday. L, go ahead and talk to
Right.
him about it.
Yeah, next Friday, and they added some new vendors. I'm gonna do the post tomorrow. It's like 17. It's a Black Spring vendor event. It's gonna be a lot of from spiritual advisors to tattoo artists to it's all kind of shit. Bando Cookies gonna be in the building. Shout out to my homies over there, Bando Cookies. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot of action up there next week. And Don H, I gotta get up with them on Saturday because I gotta see how the setup gonna be with 17 vendors. I don't know if I'm gonna have a small table. They just want me to come sell bottles. I don't know. It's not gonna be a wine tasting. I think they just want me to come and sell bottles. So I had the full details on Saturday what they want me to do because I need to talk to them. So yeah, but come up. I'm gonna post the Eventbrite because I think it is a $5 entry fee, and you're gonna have access to so many black vendors, and you get to support them and come out, and it's gonna be a great event, y'all. Next Friday at the HQ Lounge Bar and Grill, right there off of Cleveland and 161, where the bowling alley is, right across the street from the old Rooster. You know what I mean? So
Oh,
come
that's
up.
right down the street. That's right near me. That's not far
Yeah.
from me at all. Okay.
7 p.m. to 10 p.m. We're gonna be in the building next Friday.
Bet. I'll be there.
Already, man. That's what's up, Els. I'll holler at you behind the scenes, brother.
All right, yeah, I need to go eat.
All right, brother.
All right.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? We got my sis Nikki in the building. You know what I mean? It's been a beautiful conversation. I hope everybody enjoyed the show tonight, man. I would say we're gonna be doing Friday night wrap up tomorrow tonight, but I'm not saying we're not, but
Mm-hmm.
we might
It's
not.
in the air, y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
Tentative.
Nigga,
Tentative.
Oh shit.
Tentative.
that nigga
Oh,
glitch on the thing. My nigga stay with the Gatling gun, man. He
this
stay
is a
with the
good
tech.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna figure out something for tomorrow, man. You feel me? Either way it go, whenever y'all, whenever we got something going on here, y'all gonna know about it because you know I'm gonna post about it on Facebook and all of that, man. Nikki, go ahead and sit up there and leave them with some last words and you know, man, in your closure. You know,
Oh, thank you guys always for having me. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for all the supporters. It's been real. You know, we always got to get some feminine energy up in here. I love you guys to death. I do. Yeah, we want to keep we got to keep this balance, Virgil.
yeah,
We got to keep this
got to.
balance. But no, I do appreciate the back and forth. I appreciate the humor. I appreciate the banter. Like I said, I am yeah, I'm a very real, direct person. So I respect that you guys respect that and know that I'm not coming from a harsh place. I'm just, yeah. So I love the banter. I love that we can do this. No emotions attached.
Yeah,
So I love it. I really, really do. Yeah, and we have some really good discussions for both sides. So I respect it. I appreciate it as well.
right. And you already know, man. So let them know, you know what I'm saying, where they can get in contact with you at. They might want to, you know what I'm saying, because we didn't even get into the, you know what I'm saying, Nikki definitely got to come back because we got to get into another aspect of what Nikki got going on. Can't even touch on it, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
She
yeah,
ain't
for
even, I mean,
sure.
she kind of brushed upon it a little bit when she said something about her little tattoos and that, but we ain't get into it. You ain't think I was paying attention to that, did you? I pay attention to everything, man.
Dude, this would
You
be
hear
like
me?
a month of shows.
You said what? So we gonna, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna get into that conversation too because Nikki also is a fitness enthusiast and a model as well. You know what I'm
Yes, I'm a
saying? So
professional model. Yes.
professional, my fault, my bad. She always say
Yeah.
professional. She said, look, you said about
I am
professional.
a multi-published
Not none of my
professional
pictures, my
model.
professional pictures. So it's a different time.
You went and got like a little janky picture, and I'm like, whoa, you gotta put the face is the brand. You gotta put a nice professional pic out there. Yeah. So
Well, some of the emails I got from somebody, said people, the brothers asking who was that in the thumbnail. I don't think we cared about what you was talking about. That's something else that y'all gotta realize, man. Y'all, you know, sometimes, you know, less is more. Like, remember that.
I
Less
know,
is
but
more with
I'm still
us.
a brand. I'm still a brand. I get it.
You
I
feel
get
me?
it. I get it. I
You
get
know,
it. But
we are the
but that's
consumers of women, so y'all need to take what we want in consideration.
I'm not being sold, Virgil. So I get it. Yes,
You know what I mean?
yeah, but yes, if it was normal circumstances, but my face is my brand. So I get what you're
My
saying to an
face is my
extent.
so this is what we can get into though, man. We can get into, you know,
Yeah.
get some healthy uh
The face card.
solutions for getting beautiful on the enhanced side, you know.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, for
So
sure.
that's just something we're gonna talk about.
Okay.
We'll discuss that behind the scenes though. This ain't the place to do it though.
All right,
So with
that'll
that
work.
being said, man, shout out to my sis Nikki, man. Appreciate you coming on. Like I said, you know,
Anytime.
you're more than welcome. We definitely gonna chop it up and pop it up, and you know what I'm
Yes,
saying.
for
It's gonna
sure.
definitely be here again. Listen, y'all,
Okay.
everybody in the audience, we appreciate y'all coming through. You know what I'm
Yes, for
saying. Y'all gotta
sure.
support Black male media. Y'all have to, man.
Yeah.
You know, I know we be, you know, whatever, right? Talking stuff, whatever, social media, whatever, man. But y'all gotta, you know, you gotta be able to decipher and differentiate, you know what I'm saying, the real from the fake, which is very hard to do
Mm-hmm.
since everybody's so engaged in social engineering, man. You start to think it's real, and I keep telling y'all it's not.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, you know what I'm saying? Solutions out the wazoo tonight. You know what I'm saying? Basically, the corporate structure isn't designed for specifically y'all women. But if you're going to
Mm-hmm.
engage and embark on such an endeavor, there's some things you got to keep in mind. And I hope Nikki's Jewel she dropped put you up on a little bit of game about what that is or some of that is. Because in the process of being in a corporate world, ladies, and wanting to be a boss on a corporate boardroom level and having a position within a corporation, a
Mm-hmm.
corporation, you got to understand
Mm-hmm.
that's man shit. That's
Yeah.
man shit.
You lose a
So in the
lot.
process of you doing that, you're going to give up a lot of stuff. You're going to sacrifice a lot of stuff, mainly your femininity. The very thing that makes you a woman and gives you your value. You're going to sacrifice that in your pursuit of being a boss, a corporate boss bitch.
That is true.
Ain't even
That is
supposed to
actually
be
very
there.
true.
And I wish more of y'all women would see that.
Yeah, that is very true.
You know, so when a brother like me saying something like that, I don't want y'all to take that as male chauvinist. Nah, no, you ain't supposed to be there. That's why it's not a lot of y'all there. If that's the case,
That is true.
right? So you know what I mean. And Nikki, I appreciate you because I think you beautifully displayed. You know what I'm saying? Exactly what I just said. You literally just
Yeah.
proved what I just said. You're
No,
a
I
living
agree with it
example of what I
wholeheartedly.
just
Yeah,
said.
I agree with it
Yeah.
wholeheartedly.
And
Honestly.
I think that and I'm thankful for you that you was able to make it through that and still be intact.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because it will literally strip you of everything. You're gonna have to lose everything that makes you a woman to survive in that structure amongst those savages.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get sexualized, and I want y'all women to understand that you're going to be sexualized, especially nowadays. Sad part about it, most of y'all do it yourselves.
No thanks.
So when we're talking about this corporate structure stuff, man, I think we need to rethink and reevaluate, you know, saying what it is and if it really something that can work out. Since y'all been allowed to go in them boardrooms, has that improved us?
Yeah.
You know, and I think about that, right? So I appreciate you coming on, sis, nigga, man, for real. You
Sure.
know, we're
Thanks
gonna
for having
definitely
me.
do it again. We're gonna chop it
Yeah.
behind the scene. Matter of fact, don't log off until you just stay on it. We're gonna come back and chop it up real quick. Me, you and L shit. So y'all sit up there. Nikki, tell them where they can reach you at. All your contacts and all that, so they can get in contact with you. Nikki definitely gonna come back. Go ahead, let them know.
Oh, you can reach me at Nikki
Oh, my
Siobhan
fault, Nikki. I
at.
mean to cut your wisdom though. Type it in the comment section so they can see it.
I'll do that.
Yeah. But tell us why you do it, because I know you can type and talk at the same time.
Nikki Siobhan at gmail.com.
You know?
There we go. Oh, why is it not doing that? Sorry.
That's because we're in StreamYard. You put it on, you doing it StreamYard or YouTube?
Should be YouTube. My computer,
Oh, it's
my
in there. I
laptop
can't
does
see it
that.
because I'm on my
Okay.
phone. But if it's on YouTube, I mean, it should be. If you put it on YouTube, it should be there.
I'll just do Gmail. All right. There we go. All right.
Let me make sure
Got
it's
it.
in there.
See it?
I'm looking right now. No, I don't. I don't see anything. I don't see any of your contacts in there.
Do you see Nikki Candido? You see my email?
No, I don't.
Here, let me see.
Yeah, I don't see it. Yeah, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit Nikki up, man. You know, you can just put your social media contacts in there. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, we gonna definitely be safe. Y'all be safe too, man. Thank y'all tapping in, man. Tap in more. Cause listen, next week's shows is going to be fire. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do something special for y'all on Saturday. I ain't even gonna tell y'all about it. You feel me? I'm gonna just post it. And if you catch it, tap in, right? Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Y'all ain't subscribed to the page. Subscribe to the page. Click on the bell so you get all the notifications, man. Click that arrow, hit the subscribe button, click that arrow, and click all so you get all the notices. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, I put it in.
That's what's ready. I still don't see it. That's crazy. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's weird.
Y'all see it in the chat? Y'all see it? I don't see it.
Is it on the It might be on the YouTube page. You know, sometimes they go to the YouTube page. Let me check.
Well, anyway, if y'all want to get in contact with her, she gonna come back on the show, so it's gonna be all good, man. You feel me? We ain't gonna worry about all that. So we about to sign off, y'all, man. Enjoy the rest of y'all evening, man. You know we're gonna leave y'all with some illustrious sounds from the E&E situation band. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to say the E&E band. You feel me?
We rock
You know what I'm
stars.
talking about? We about to start bringing y'all these live listening parties, man, in the flesh. You know what I'm talking about? It's gonna be fire. You dig? You understand me? Nikki, you can cut your camera off now.
Can you hear it?
She like,
Yeah, I can hear you. Just cut your camera off and your mic off, and
Okay.
then just relax for a couple seconds.
Okay.
Oh man, Nikki funny as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? We out of here, y'all, man. Y'all have a good night, man.
Guarantee. Yeah. I just think you can do one thing. Private. Tricky situations turn into a broken heart. Overthinking leadership, I'm trying to play a part. It should be different than what you gotta play a part. I split nigga, been 100 from the very start. On the mission was to play the boy with the heart. Looking at your body, baby, you will work hard. You trying to bring light to some reason was in the dark. Stay away from mad, like the mother more. Queen in my eye, you know when I saw it too. We first met, he was always coming through. Rolling gas, I was killing with a sky. Squeezing on your titties from my head between your thighs. Tickets, they get hot. Firefighters gotta come through. Put the fire up, baby, that's what I'm gonna do. Last life, I just wanna destroy you. Take you around the world, you ain't what you want to. Then we fight shit that happens in this life. YOLO, we don't get to beat this shit twice. I suggest why we make that shit. Stacking up money and looking for trips. Give you everything that's high speed. Pull the whip over, then we get the back seat. About to make the window fall, now we can't see. Ride with me, this is really how I feel. Yeah. Ride with me, keep it in, just ride with me. Feel the city getting litty, it's a vibe with me. Just ride with me, get live with me. Yeah. Ride with me, that's the latest step, baby. You can slide with me, man. The wheels, yeah, ride with me. Just ride with me, get live with me. Yeah, real quick, short the side with me. Put the wheels up, baby. Just fly with me. Ain't talking one time, you sign to me. Always forget shit. You reminded me. When your girl like, damn, when you finding me. Other teams like, damn, when you finding me. Shorty had a lawyer was finding me. I put the ladder up, baby. Start climbing me. When you navigate, start guiding me. Give me great headshots. Don't mind me. You be flipping your positions in a high degree. Up top from the bed. Ride with me. Niggas must catch up, hair left, hang up, choke wigs up, haircuts, get a shape up. Now we have time, flying down side road. Time lost, got a time code. Sir, ride with me. Keep it G and just ride with me. Cruise the city, getting litty, it's a vibe with me. Just ride with me, get live with me, yeah. Ride with me, that's the latest style, baby. You can slide with me. You can roll up the wheels, get high with me. Just ride with me, get live with me.